it all starts when you're born. If you think about it, you are in the comfort, the safety, the protection of your mother's womb, and you don't need anything. Yeah, you're getting fed, you're getting your nutrients. There's nothing to do masculine, right? And then you are born, and all of a sudden the lights are on. So think about this. You go from dark to light. That's the polarity. That's where it all begins. And in that moment you cry. That's where fear enters your life. The mother's womb is love, the feminine, right? And then the lights and the crying, that is essentially, that's the masculine. That's your mind going, what's going on?
The senses.
That's right. And how can I keep safe, right? So now when you're born, you're literally, just picture yourself as a baby right now. And I would love for your listeners to just like connect to the child, right? In them, the innocence of them. You're born and you're on your back and you're helpless and defenseless, right? Mm-hmm. Your entire life is dependent upon these two people, which are your caretakers, which is your mother and your father. What you eat and if you eat or don't eat, what you feel, all of it, just from the way that they are looking down on you, they immediately start to imprint into your subconscious mind your beliefs around life. So if your parents look down at you like this, you are thinking, oh my God, life is awesome, right? But if your parents were in the middle of maybe a divorce or an argument or money issues or stress, anxiety, maybe drug issues, maybe abuse, these are real things that happen in life, then you're looking up like, I don't know if this thing called life is safe. As a matter of fact, I feel like this thing called life is meant to be struggle. And you are thrust out of your heart, love, abundance, you are it all, connection with God, into the mind. And immediately your whole focus is, how do I protect myself and keep myself alive, basically, right? Now, here's the issue. You keep growing on, and as you start to develop, right, you start learning from this mother and this father. And this mother and this father, based off of their woundings and based off of their life's experiences, pass down and into you more love or more fear, further thrusting you into one or the other. Mm-hmm. In my case, when I looked up, I saw a beautiful mom. And my mom's mom died when she was only 13 days old. Wow. The mother is the feminine. The feminine is the heart. So that means that my mom did not grow up with literally the frequency or the energy of love, because the mother is the source of love, right? This is why God made the woman to have breasts and to give milk, because
next to the heart.
Next to the heart, absolutely, because it's the love coming from her, sustaining the life in the child, right? The father is meant to be a source of guidance, direction, masculine, right? My father was the result of an affair, and so his dad disowned him.
Wow.
And I'll tell you something else that's really interesting. My dad, to this day, can't complete a sentence without a stutter. Oh. And I always wondered, like, this doesn't make sense, because, like, for me, communication is pretty easy, right? Come to find out, his dad was like the local politician, business person, and it finally all made sense. So I had a masculine wound and a feminine wound. So what happens is that when we have these woundings, we are essentially taught, like, I'm not getting the love that I should be getting.
You may not even be thinking it, you're just feeling something's off.
Louis, it's so deep. Yeah. It is no here. Yeah. It's just,
it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. And you start to create this story in the first 7 years of your life.
Yeah, I'm not lovable. I'm not enough.
I'm not enough. Maybe sometimes I can't be me. Maybe sometimes it's, I can't speak my truth because my dad told me to shut up. Maybe I can't express my emotions because every time I want to cry, my mom says, I'll give you something to cry about. And when the mother, the source of love, does that, get ready, because your throat chakra locked up.
Man, my throat was locked for 30 plus years of my life.
Yeah.
Until I started to use it in certain ways. I mean, it wasn't even until, even almost a year ago when I had to learn how to use it in different ways. It's like I still had to keep unlocking different levels of using my voice in business, intimacy, relationships, friends, family, like different levels.
That's right. Absolutely. And you know what the crazy thing, Lewis, is like you mentioned those pillars. Like there are 3 energies of human mastery. We're a soul having a human experience. And so when we come into this world, we have an opportunity to master these 3 energies: money, sex, and food. Right? Think about most of our issues. Most of our issues are all surrounded around money. Do I have enough? Am I going to survive? You know, sex, relationships, can I connect? Right? And then food, diet, body. Right? And so when we don't receive love from our mother and father in the purest form, which, by the way, let me let you in on the secret, there's no way they can give it to you.
Yeah.
Right?
There's no perfect parents.
No, that's, and as a matter of fact, they were perfect for you because your soul chose them. You're here on a journey, right? And your soul looked down before you came to earth and said, those 2. And I know that might be hard because in the work that I do, I've heard of dads that rape women. I've heard of drug abuse. I've heard of physical beatings. All of it. All of it lends to a human being who starts looking outside of them for love. So how do we look for love? We look for love through success. We look for love through power. We look for love through admiration of the body. This is where a lot of our women are at
Beauty.
right now.
Yeah.
Beauty, right? We look through love through materialism. We look for love through, yes, money, right? When we're in the wrong energies. And we look for love through relationships. When am I going to find the one, right? The journey of life is about returning to that child and reconnecting with that child and understanding that everything that happened was perfect because it brought you to this moment. And once you're in this moment, right, then you can start the process of healing. You can start the process of moving from the frequency of fear into the frequency of love. And when you do that, Lewis, what happens is you return here and then you go, okay, what do I want in my life? Not because I'm searching for it, not because the world tells me that I need it. No, what do I want for my life? What is the truth? What is my truth? Who am I, right? Not because I'm afraid because my dad didn't give me guidance and I'm afraid to hold the camera up, or not because I'm afraid to speak my truth, not because I need outside validation. No. What is my truth? What do I want? And then from there, it's a process of awakening and healing. And Lewis, once you get there, you could have it all because you literally are it all.
Yeah.
You literally are it all.